Hi, it's Tom here from FDS, and the subject of today's test is this, which is my Cat 5 HIRricane. I'm calling it Cat 5 because it has a few upgrades over the standard HIRricane, and the first one of which is it has a proper battery compartment over here on this side. You can see here there's a decent battery compartment, the lid comes off, you can get inside, and inside there is a huge Turnigy bolt pack, which is an LIHV pack, and that means that it's putting out a higher voltage and a much higher discharge than conventional LiPo. You can also take the pack out properly for charging. There's no retained pack in here, and you can see that it has all the usual features for an OutofDarts HIRricane kit, and I am indebted to Mike of Nobicon for making this happen for me by getting me all the parts and putting them in my care package, which you saw the other week. And this is now ready for test firing. I've not test fired this, the battery's been peak charged, and I've had only a bit of playtime with it, so we'll see what it's like over the chrono. I'm just going to do a straight 30 dart shoot with this, and we'll see what kind of numbers we get. Oh, and the other changes to this over the standard HIRricane are that the whole front end and the flywheels are all controlled by a MOSFET, and you can turn the fan on, and the fan comes on, and then there's a separate isolator switch here at the front, just like in OutofDarts' original design, except that switch is protected by a MOSFET, so I don't have 60 amps going through the switch, so it's just a cheap 10 amp switch, and then all the switching is done internally by a MOSFET, and that allows the fan circuit to only draw 3 amps and be run with nice little neat 18 AWG wire, and then the larger current wires are all 16 AWG in the front, and there's also not 60 amps going through the grip. The rev trigger switch is only supplying 3 amps. So that's how I've done the wiring for that. I will open it up at some point before I paint it. It's only temporarily tacked at the moment. I'll take it all to bits and I'll show you how it works. So let's see what she does over the chrono. As you can see, I've got to tweak my fan speed. I actually blew up my first fan, and I've got to do a little bit more messing around with the fan speed just to keep the feeding reliable, and I'm shooting up a little bit across the chrono. Right, clocked that last one at 1,429. I think that may be a misread. Now, as you can hear, that's shooting pretty hard, and I'm getting some good readings on the chrono, and I will go over those in a minute, and you can see what sort of averages we were getting. You can see I skipped the odd shot there, it's because my fan blower is not set up right. I'm going to just try it on 18 volts, I can't go any faster, otherwise it'll burn out, and I've got a game. I'd rather have a little bit of occasional unreliable loading than noise is enough to scare people off. Review of the figures for the Category 5 HIRricane. That's running on a 12 volt peak LIHV pack and stock motors. So a high of 126, low of 111, average of 119, extreme spread of 15, standard deviation of 3%.